Today we're using my Zero Recoil Kilo 141 here in Black Ops 6. I made an overpowered class that you guys can dominate lobbies with. Let's get right into the attachments. For my first attachment for the optic, I am using the Jason Armory 2x scope. This is going to give you a 2x magnification as well as 2 ticks of recoil gun kick control. I personally love this attachment just because it's going to, one, give you a scope as well as give you recoil control. So at those longer ranges, your gun isn't going to be shaking or having that really bad recoil pattern. So make sure you guys have this on. If you guys were wondering what reticle I was using the dead center one. Any one that looks like a circle will be just fine if you guys don't have this unlocked, but make sure you guys have this on. You guys can see here with these stats, you're getting 30% to the recoil gun kick control. For my next attachment for the muzzle, I had the compensator, and this is going to give you 3 ticks of vertical recoil control and then 2 ticks of recoil stabilization. I personally love this attachment just because at those longer ranges, your gun isn't going to be shaking or having that really bad recoil pattern. So with this attachment, you will be able to take those longer range gunfights. So make sure you guys have this on. You guys can see here with these stats, you're getting 37% to the recoil gun kick control and then 38% to the vertical recoil control. For my next attachment for the barrel, I had the reinforced barrel on, and this is going to give you 2 ticks of damage range as well as 2 ticks of bullet velocity. I personally love this attachment just because at those longer ranges, your gun isn't going to be a pea shooter and your bullets are going to be connecting very, very fast because of the bullet velocity, and you'll be able to take those longer range gunfights. So make sure you guys have this on. You guys can see here with the stats, you're getting 25% to the bullet velocity, and then the damage at effective range is 39.7, and the damage on that is 23. And then the damage beyond range is 69.8, and the damage on that is 19. For my next attachment for the underbarrel, I had the vertical foregrip, and this is going to give you 3 ticks of horizontal recoil control and then 2 ticks of recoil stabilization. I personally love this attachment just because it's going to basically control all the recoil for you, so that way at those longer ranges your gun isn't going to be shaking or having that really bad recoil pattern. So make sure you guys have this on. You guys can see right here with the stats, you're getting 44% to the horizontal recoil control. For my next attachment for the magazine, I had the extended mag 1 just so I can take a lot more gunfights and reload less. So make sure you guys have this on. For my next attachment for the rear grip, I had the ergonomic grip, and this is going to give you 3 ticks of slide to fire speed, 3 ticks of dive to fire speed, 2 ticks of ADS speed, and then 2 ticks of jumping ADS speed. If you guys do slide or dive around a lot, then you are definitely going to love this attachment, because whenever you do slide or dive, you are going to be picking up your weapon extremely fast as well as ADSing extremely fast. So make sure you guys have this attachment on. You guys can see here with the stats, you're getting 19% to the ADS speed, 19% to the jump ADS speed, 50% to the slide to fire speed, and then 50% to the dive to fire speed. For my next attachment for the stock, I am using the infiltrator stock, and this is going to give you 2 ticks of movement speed. I personally love this attachment just because it reminds me a lot of the older COD stocks, how you move extremely fast while ADS. So make sure you guys have this attachment on. You guys can see here with these stats, you're getting 22% to the ADS movement speed. Finally, for the fire mods, I had the recoil springs, and this is going to give you 3 ticks of recoil stabilization, 2 ticks of vertical recoil control, and then 2 ticks of horizontal recoil control. I personally love this attachment just because it makes those longer range gunfights much easier. My gun's not going to be shaking or having that really bad recoil pattern. So make sure you guys have this on. You guys can see here with these stats, you're getting 13% to the recoil gun kick control, 13% to the horizontal recoil control, and then 13% to the vertical recoil control. Here are all the perks on the screen for the wildcard. Make sure you guys are using Gunfighter so that way you guys can have all these attachments. Here are all the attachments on the screen with the stats. Tomorrow I will be uploading the new sniper, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that. If you guys are new, make sure you guys like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
On TikTok streams to get...
Don't ask me, I don't know. So you
I don't know.
might
I
as
don't know
well
anything about TikToks.
start screen recording on your phone.
I'm not screen recording on my phone. I'm not doing all that. I'm not that desperate.
Style, you made this?
Hardpoint locked down. We've taken the lead. Stay on task.
Where are my stinky friends?
Don't get me wrong, I'm a little desperate, but not that.
Okay, so we're just using a jackal. This girl is stinky. I don't care what you say, she's probably ugly.
I'm going through so many doorways, I don't know where I'm
Hardpoint is
I don't even know where to go. I know we've played this map a couple times, but I'm not super familiar with it still.
Hard point identified. Hostiles have captured the hard point. Hard point active.
I got UAV.
Here we go. It's this central right there.
Spawn trapping her.
Enough assist, I might be able to get a gunship.
Oh, they all spawned there. All spawned back there. That's tough.
We claimed the advantage. Now hold it.
Ground is really good.
The stinky witty's after me.
I think spawn flip.
I think stinky witty's over here. No, you smelly ass. Oh, it's another loser live.
I would love to hear these reactions.
Calling in score streak.
Requesting recon above. I'm kind of just snapping right now.
Hard point is active.
I would too, but I'm banned. You know, somehow. Don't even know how.
Hostiles have the hard point.
I'm kind of snapping. The ground feels really good, by the way, if you haven't tried it yet. This is concerning. I want them to peek.
Priority tasking request received.
They're not
UAV exiting
peeking.
your grid.
We've given up the lead. Hard point is
So
secure.
hard.
Hostiles have captured the hard point.
Any more bombs you can throw at me? Goodbye, my smelly friends.
Lockdown. Hostiles have the hard point.
UAV in the turn. Have eyes on.
Hard
Teammate
point
just ran into a
identified.
bomb.
The lead is on.
Got out of it. You have a drop shotting too when you don't need to.
UAV mission timeline 50% expended.
Hard point is secure.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye bye. You go back to the lobby now. Oh,
I'm streaming.
Flying on
I
fuel.
just got screwed.
Style, you made this?
Hey, cock. So I don't even know how to say that.
Yeah. Cock.
Hostiles have captured the hard point.
Who's trying, though, like actually trying. Spent their money on the AMAX bundle.
Hard point locked down. Hostiles have the hard point.
These spawns are all messy.
Hard point located.
I can't get demonetized for flicking off the camera, right?
Hostiles have captured
Man,
the
I
hard
just
point.
can't string it, bro. I
Hard
can't
point is
string it.
active.
You hear what I said?
No.
I can't get demonetized for flicking off the camera, right?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
You-
No, you stinky man!
We got them in the trap. I just saw you. You saw me too. Freaking name, bro. Homie,
Cock in the butt.
touching.
Enemy UAV inbound.
Oh, Takaku's still in middle.
Hard point
Stop
identified.
saying his name, bro.
I can't help it. That's the call out. What do you want from me?
Tactical incoming.
The new penguin.
Hard point locked down.
Takaku is 27 and 9, just so you know. Something to watch out for.
Hostiles have the hard point.
Kaku just got his brain split. Come here. Oh, I tried to shot punch and it does not work. And it's the Wooza streamer on TikTok that is using a jackal.
I do not like this first health.
You Using a Jackal all game is not gonna get you subscribers, buddy. Or followers, I should say, because he's on TikTok. Actually,
Hardpoint locked down. Hardpoint located.
Every time, dude, I just get Takaku just never shoots me in a one-on-one gunfight. Doesn't happen.
Hostiles have the hardpoint. Hardpoint
I tried to shoot a shock charge because
hostile UAV
Wanted
established
to.
overhead.
Bring it in recon.
Hardpoint is secure.
you stupid Takaku.
Something about okay, Takaku, you're really getting annoying now.
You horses at a racetrack.
Hardpoint locked down.
Kobe.
Bye bye TikTok. You see how when
Hardpoint identified.
when they're not close to me, they die? Yeah, it's because I'm not very good. I only use a Jackal, so they can only go in close range gunfight. But that destroyed. What is this? Is this the growl? Can I pick this up and see? No, it's a Model L.
I hate this guy, bro. His stupid weapon.
The Kuko?
Yeah.
I want to spend $30 on a blueprint so I look cool in a video game.
That is of no
Me
concern
too.
to me.
The only thing I'll buy is those free little, like, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Battle Pass. Or the Battle Pass. Other than that, nothing cool.
Throwing sentry turret.
Hostiles have captured the
Okay.
hardpoint.
Other
Hardpoint
friend
locked
though.
down. Hardpoint located. Hostiles have the hardpoint.
I got a harp.
I got nothing. I have nothing.
Hostiles have captured the hardpoint.
Of course, Lurker. Yep, does exactly what his name says. Lurks around corners with a sniper like a stinky boy.
Get a UAV on grid.
I'm kind of it's like sneaky.
Kobe. Boom. Bye bye, Takoko.
I'm not balling as much as I thought. I'm only on a 15. Never mind.
Hardpoint identified.
I see you. I might let you live. Calling in score
Oh,
streak.
you all rounded the corner at the same time. I got 60 on
Commencing surveillance.
Knock down, give me a UAV.
Hostiles
I
have the
took 50
hardpoint.
on Red Cloud. Red Cloud's not that good of a map. Not the best map, I would say, but
Not for kills. I
it's
mean,
not the worst. I don't see anyone getting like 100 kills with like anything on this map unless they're using like a Jackal and constantly around the hill or something.
I just got absolutely rocked. I got quick scoped into a new dimension.
War Machine at the last second of the game, like always. Why can't I streak at the start? You know what? It's because they start sucking. They start sucking at the end of the game. That's why.
Hostiles have captured the
Yeah, buddy. I think I have a little bit of the stick drift.
I
That's
don't know what I just got
Calling
hit
in
by.
score streak.
that's unfortunate to find out.
Incoming lead.
Kane requesting UAV.
Of course.
You guys gonna peek? Thank you. Thank you. Listen, man, 75 on RECOIL. That's not too shabby.
Hardpoint identified.
Are you playing against these kind of sweaty people? Not too bad.
Yeah, I mean, they were sweaty. That's the
Scour
thing.
the area. Find whatever they're.